today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Detroit Lions.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I love this guy's makeup. He is not afraid to fail. He attacks on just about every snap. Wants to throw the football downfield first. He'll throw it short if he has to. But bottom line, he wants to put a lot of pressure on the defense with his arm.
Goff on first down. And this one taken in by Cephas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 29-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And right away, he lost the football.
Recovered by the offense.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions.
On second down, Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Tua. He gets it left side to Johnson. And down he Colts taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll run with Cook.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
First down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
DJ Waddle.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 39.
Number 84.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
On the 22-yard line.
Now a run with Cook. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
He was brought down by Carl.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Lions 7, Vikings 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And down he goes.
Tua Tagovailoa sack.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. It's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the 50, it's gone.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now Goff on 1st down.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Gone.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
At their own 24-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't fumbled. He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Now it's Swift. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 28.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Lions.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
16 yards. First down, Detroit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
5 yards on the play.
3rd and long, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Vikings 10.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
25-yard line.
Quickly to Thielen here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle to Smith. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Bailey's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Vikings 13.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Now here's Johnson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Taken at about the 16. Nice punt, but a good run back as well. 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Brought down by DJ Wanham.
Brings up second.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Complete. Devin McCourty there defensively.
Now it's Goff. This play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Play action, now it's Tua. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the line.
2 and a throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30.
Looking to pass. Tua. And complete. Right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively.
From midfield, here's Tua. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his moving complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Tua. This one caught by Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run for it. Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 6 yards left on second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's third down.
Thielen, incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards.
Now Tua. This is Johnson. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Tua going to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Tua. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So the decision is they'll go again for 2, but this will be from the 12. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man here is Conklin. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. It's not that often you see a 2-point try from that distance, and, of course, it's not that often that it's successful, and it wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you've got so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for 2 from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say, we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20,
you would have been
from the 15.
Now
you're back further. Can you make that one? It's a lot of extra stuff on what used to be a routine play.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
2-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Lions.
Here's Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce.
From the 39, Goff throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 50, it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On second down, Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Field goal is good. Makes the score Lions 27. Vikings.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the 1st down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
37-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now a carry for Swift. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once again, it's Swift. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. That could be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For Irv Smith Jr. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Oh, can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Tua on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one's over. It's a win.